Halloween conversation with Mr. Boman, Irani, the president of CREDAI. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Sonia. Thank you for having me on the show.
Congratulations
Thank you.
for the beautiful edition of CREDAI MCHI.
So, Sonia, let me before you start off tell you that this is probably the next 3 days, 26, 27, 28 are the best 3 days. If you ever desire to have a home in Mumbai and the MMR area, this is the place you should come because we've got all kinds of homes, everything starting from 12 lakhs all the way to about 25 crores. And consumers can actually just use their pedal power, that's the walk power around here, and visit more than 75 developers developing all across the area, showing more than 1,000 plus properties and every type of development, whether it be plotted developments, whether it be commercial, whether it be residential, and residential, like I already told you the price points. And then if you wanted some Vastu Shastra advice, or if you wanted to know what kind of infrastructure is coming up in a particular location, that is over here. And finally, the bankers are here, they're full steam, and all of them are looking at giving the best possible rates. So consumers should be here for the next 3 days.
And what's in for women?
It is the era of Nari Shakti, and even in part of the growth which we have put as the acronym for CREDAI, I can tell you besides green development reform, which is GR, O is the opportunity to build a new India, T is the transparency, the women empowerment comes first. GROW, the women empowerment features in that, then there's transparency and there's homes for all. So women empowerment, real estate, most important for us. It is a woman who actually makes a home of a house, right? And it is a known fact that women add a lot of value to all areas that they kind of participate in, and I give full credit to the fact that this has been now recognized by us as Indians. We've always respected our women, but I believe somewhere along the line now we've started respecting their inputs even in the business sense of it. And if you come, gender diversity, etc., has become such a reality. In all our organizations, we're trying to at least get the right candidate, and in that we are more happy if the right candidate happens to be a woman for the position.
More power to women.
Yes, more power to women.
Wonderful. So talk to us about the sector, the market size and the opportunity.
Wow. Okay, so let me start off by saying that Mumbai MMR in the last year was, in terms of recognized residential real estate by sales value, was at 42% of the entire country. All that means is there is a lot of high value development out here, and I think it's a great opportunity for the governments to be able to kind of support MMR. And it is our constant endeavor to make MMR, because today's states and cities compete with each other. So MMR, which has the prima donna position, should continue to be so, because we've got tremendous, a coastline out here, an entire national park in the city, lots of greenery, the hills, great infrastructure, water power is never a problem in this city. So all of this added together makes this like one of the best. Other cities have to still catch up, and they're doing a great job at that. The potential that exists in MMR today is more than just the type of homes that are getting developed for affordable housing or uber premium, etc. And we've kind of classified these across 5 classes. There's the affordable, which is under 1 crore in our parlance, 1 to 3 crores being mid-mass, 3 to 7 crores being aspirational, and about 7 crores up to 15, 20 crores being premium, and then beyond that is the uber premium. Other than that, we have opportunities opening up in women's hostel and bachelorette accommodations. We have opportunities opening up in senior care. Second homes have become such a reality. There's a growing population. Everybody wants a piece of the earth. It's probably the best investment you can ever make. And good developers are getting in and making it easy, or rather more convenient, for people to go ahead and purchase a plot of land which is fraught with a lot of risks. And then of course you have warehousing as an opportunity, because every one of us receives 1 or 2 parcels a day, and some of us even more, and these require places to be stored. And of course we have all our food service providers who are saying 5 minutes delivery after you order. So in-city kind of warehousing is also going to take off in a big way. Then of course there's data centers, which is again a huge opportunity for developers. So all of this put together, and the way strategically we are placed as Mumbai MMR, I see the next 5 to 10 years being subject to nothing going terribly wrong, and it won't. I see this being an area where we will continue to grow our personal growth, and at the same point of time continue to develop a new city, which is the Navi Mumbai, at the same point of time redevelop, because Mumbai is now a 150-year-old city, and there are buildings that were made about 50, 60 years back. that need to go in for a redevelopment. So all of those are coming up for redevelopment right now. So as a company, we are looking at both, fresh, new greenfield developments, at the same point in time, redevelopments in Mumbai.
Sure. What's your take on the smart cities?
Wow. Again, smart city is a great initiative by the government, and the incentives being provided are great. Smart cities are being led right at the very top, and all, how do I say this, cities should be in a way integrated. And when a resident of a city, or when the citizen of a particular town is able to commute, live, entertain, socialize, educate, be taken care of in his health care, and all of this happens harmoniously, that is exactly the idea of a smart city. So, and of course, then you've got to add to it the technology angle and try to get it on apps so that everything is done.
Sure.
We had actually become a smart country.
Absolutely.
And recently I saw Honorable Prime Minister with the French President Macron, and he was having chai, and then he paid for it by his online, and he was so proud to say, look, in 1 minute we made the payment. So we are actually becoming a smart country, and in that, like I mentioned, we will continue to have competition within states and cities, which is extremely good. The entire country is going to stand to benefit out of it.
How much is the sector contributing to the GDP?
Oh wow! One of my key, happy questions to answer. We are 8% directly to GDP, and when you take 32% of the banking sector, impact on GDP, and you take 20% out of that being real estate, that's another 7%. And it is our belief that if you add all the rest of the sectors, that whether it's services or materials that we use into our developments being added on, we could be as high as 45 to 47% of the GDP impact, and that's why our humble request to our Honorable Finance Minister has been that the more you incentivize development, the better it is for the country.
Absolutely.
And we are not the first country in the world that will, take this route. There's been Japan in the 1970s, then there's been Korea, and nobody can forget the Chinese bull run that was there for the last, I think, more than 20 years. So it is our time. It is only right that we all get together and make sure that this country, which was at one point of time at the helm of affairs in the world, comes back over there, and we've got all the right ingredients to make it so. Our population is educated, they're smart, they're go-getters. We've got a very conducive atmosphere for this growth, and we are probably blessed even in our time zones in a way, right? We're perfectly placed between two of the most financially well-developed countries in the world, and we're right there in the middle. So we've got it all going. We can make it happen.
Absolutely, certainly. And when are you heading for the moon?
We've already landed on the moon as Indians, so when one Indian lands on the moon, we all jump with that. We've already won various awards in various sporting activities. India has produced Olympic champions, which is such a dream. Everywhere people talk about cricket, India definitely features as the top favorite team. This year was a little, but that's okay. We are, like I mentioned, there is so much of opportunity available to our youth today with the skilling initiatives that have been undertaken by various governmental agencies, and CREDAI has been an integral part of that. We have, as a matter of fact, for our 25th year, committed for 5 lakh workers on our sites becoming further skilled, thereby improving their ability to kind of gain better opportunities at work. And we hope to contain these people in India and not just lose them to other parts of the world, which is also what is happening, but good luck to them if they come from there. And then the sports opportunities, where top companies are taking up, individual champions and nurturing them and growing them to go further. And of course, we can never forget, we are also the startup capital in a way of the world, and the number of unicorns that we are seeing are great. It's not about the unicorns, it's about the ability to continually infuse technology into all that we do, and bring it to life. That is going to be so important for us.
Your final words for the startups?
I say not only for the startups, but any of us, let us find what exactly it is that the people need and provide that, right? At the same point of time, let us not forget that there is a entire history of failures that has happened. If you just turn around, look beyond your shoulder, you'll see that there are reasons why companies have failed. They could be everything from greed, not having thought things through, or over ambition, or just being before time. So one needs to pace themselves. This is true for all businesses. stay with the right kind of industries, and real estate can be something where all of us can have tremendous growth, including prop tech companies, which again I should tell you CREDAI is supporting in a big way, because we are the marketplace and we are the ones who can decide or are the guide as to what technologies can make an impact. So just keep your head, on the ground, and keep your nose to the book, and be focused, and keep your vision wide, and let's make the most of this opportunity.
More power to you, Amelia. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.